Show me that you do the same that I do. If you're tired and run away, it's my turn. Show me that you do the same that I do. If you're tired and run away, it's my turn.
Google VO2 AI video generator is now available worldwide. I made this do's and don'ts video to help you avoid wasting time and money on trial and error just to figure out how to use this AI tool. In this video, I'll be using FreePick to access Google VO since it's the most affordable option. You can also use VO2 on other platforms like fal.ai. All the links are in this video's description. So, let's dive in. One, getting started. First, go to the FreePick AI website and create an account. Choose a plan that fits your needs. Then, from the FreePick AI suite, click Create, select Video, and in Custom Mode, pick Google VO2 from the list. 2. Prompting. Type your prompt in the box, select the video aspect ratio, and hit Generate.
The don'ts. Don't write a simple prompt if you want high-quality results. The do's. Use the enhanced prompt with AI feature. It helps generate better results.
Here's a side-by-side comparison. A simple prompt versus an AI-enhanced prompt. The enhanced version looks way more natural. 3. Extending your video. If you like your AI-generated video but need a longer one, click Options, then Create Video Continuation. FreePick AI will generate a continuation prompt for you automatically.
The don'ts. Don't use Google VO2 to extend your video. You'll burn through your credits and end up with something like this. The do's. Here's a better way. Instead of Google VO2, use the Kling AI model.
Just switch to high-quality mode, and your last video frame will be used as a reference image. Then choose the right camera movements to match your scene, set the duration, and click Generate. Here's a comparison, VO2 versus Kling AI. 4. Sound effects. FreePick AI also lets you generate sound effects. Just click Options, select Sound Effects, type in what you want, and click Apply Sound Effect.
The don'ts. If you're looking for high-quality sound effects, don't use this feature. It's still in beta, and, well, here's what I got. The do's. Use sound effects from video editors like CapCut or Filmora instead. They're free and way better quality.
5. Who is this tool for?
The don'ts. Don't use Google VO2 just to mess around. It's too expensive. You'll be paying around $1 for every 5 seconds on FreePick or $2.50 on Fal AI. Right now, it's just not cost-effective for AI filmmaking. The do's. Use VO2 for commercial projects. This AI model creates realistic videos. So if you need a high-quality ad or specific video footage, $1 for 5 seconds is still reasonable.
6. One last thing.
The don'ts. Don't leave this video without hitting like and subscribe. The do's. Check out my channel for more AI video generator tutorials. See you in the next one.
So, welcome to the another webinar, Unleashing the Visual Storytelling. So, generating a compelling videos with AI. So, at this moment, we'll be discussing about VO2. So, we'll be meeting with Rahul Ramesh, who is the company brand head, and then Alex, the creative director, and me, the AI and video generation expert in this scenario. So welcome to this new webinar, which is on creating a compelling visuals using a text or instruction or prompt. Over to you, Rahul.
So, hi Chandra, Alex. Thanks for joining this brainstorming session. As you know, we are looking to leverage Google VO to create some engaging video content. Chandra, your expertise in AI video generation will be invaluable, and Aleksandra, your creative vision will shape the final output.
Yeah, Rahul. So, and Aleksandra, excited to dive in. Google VO looks promising, and with clear direction, we can definitely generate some impactful videos.
Absolutely, I have been looking for this. Let's see how we can translate our ideas into compelling visuals.
Yeah, sure. So let's look into, let me walk you through the VO2 model so that you can understand in a better way. Are you up for it?
Yes, we're pretty much
So this
excited to see that.
Yeah, perfect. So this is our VO2 homepage, and the VO2 can be accessed either to video effects, or you can get into the Vortex AI, and within the Vortex AI, you can access the VO2 through APIs. Either way, it's fine. It will be a fun journey. So now let's look into the VO2, what it can do, what is its capability. VO creates videos with realistic motion, and also it can create up to 4K, but at this moment 720 pixel. And the most important aspect of the video creation is camera controls, and that's what we can get it in VO2. So we can explore different styles and find your own with extensive camera controls. So now let's deep dive into the capabilities of VO2. Of course, they have redefined the quality and control. So VO2 is able to faithfully follow simple and complex instructions and convincingly simulates a real world physics as well as the wide range of visual styles. So it's a fantastic thing. So now you can handle the camera motions. You can have a camera controls and advanced motion capabilities using an instructions, a text-based prompts. How fantastic it is, Rahul.
So, yeah, I was wondering that when AI is going to create a video, like how would it create in terms of camera angle or the motion, how it is going to capture, and what are the scenes it going to merge it together, and how is going to do it. So that is where I had a lot of you know uh, questions and doubts, but it is clear now that it is doing everything in a proper sequential way. So that really excites me to know that this generation happens in multiple different camera angles and multiple different scenes. So yeah, let's see how far it can go.
Yep. So you can see that the slide, the camera movement, and then nice light effect, and then the realistic face expressions in this particular video. So what else you want as a brand guy? That's cool. So, but how they're doing it using a nice instruction. Okay. So what they've done, they were just defining the extreme close-up shot. Okay, that defines the camera movement. Focuses on the face of a female DJ. So she's a DJ, and her beautiful voluminous black curly hair. So they are describing the curly hair, framing her features as she becomes completely absorbed in the music. So that's how they're defining or describing the scene. And the most important thing, her eyes are closed and she lost in the rhythm. This is about the scene display. This is the description of the scene. Then comes the shallow depth of the field blurs in the background. So they're describing the background now, and she's surrounded by vibrant neon colors. What kind of colors has to be used? The vibrant neon colors that has been described. Then the close-up emphasizes her captivating presence and the power of music to transport and transcend. So that's an awesome text to create an image and video, fantastic video. And things have changed, Rahul.
Yes, it's sounding
So,
very cool. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yes, Alex,
So,
that's awesome what you say.
Yes, it's amazing.
Perfect. So now you can see a few more generated images, videos here. So you can even watch on this YouTube channel of the Google. So where they have uploaded, you can see that how nicely it is. If you just click here, you can find the some sample instructions from where you can inspire and create your own videos. And Google claims VO2 outperforms other leading video generation models based on human evaluations of its performance. But of course, that's their claim. And you can see how realistic this particular video. And it consists of camera movements. It takes care of the nice realistic scene in the background. And then the car movement, the motion is also a bit realistic. And then the movement of the road is realistic. It's a motion tracking. So it's awesome. What do you say? What is your opinion, Rahul, from the brand perspective? Rahul or Alex?
so as a brand guy, so I wanted some video which has to capture the exact essence of what we do here in our
Yep.
company. So
Yeah.
looking at this, it's really blowing away my mind. Like, how can a video generator, or how can this Google VO2 can do this much of work in terms of a realistic video generation? So
You
that's
have
what
done
really
so, my
excites me.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So now, so this is the prompt. This is a nice a textual instructions to create this brilliant, awesome video. Of course, it's going to burn some amount of energy in the back end, some amount of money in the back end, but that's fine for now. Let's enjoy the technology before we calculate the finances. So now for the creators like Rahul and Alex, who has a wild imaginations and they want to make these wild imaginations and bring them into life, of course it would be difficult. They have to learn some nice animation softwares and then they can do it. No, not required to be. You have a VO2 or any AI based video generation softwares, you can use them and you can convert that nice crazy wild imaginations into videos. And here is that example. So then let's come into the benchmarks. So now VO has achieved the state of the art results in head-to-head comparisons of outputs by human raters. Basically, they have used humans have rated this over top video generation models. So participants actually for this particular survey, they have taken 1003 prompts and respective videos on movie gen bench, a benchmark data set released by Meta. So VO2 performs best on overall preference and for its capability to follow prompts accurately. So to which models they have compared for Meta, Movie Gen, Kling V1.5. Of course, we have displayed about the Kling V1.5 at the beginning of our introductory video, and you have the Minimax and then Sora Turbo. I think majority of the people would have used Sora. Rahul, have you?
Yes, I do have tested the Sora, but looking at this benchmark performance, it's really amazing to know that VO2 has better capabilities than Sora.
Yeah, perfect. So here we have two types of benchmarks. One is overall preference, and other one is prompt adherence. So then you can see some of the examples here. Of course, the most important consideration is all comparisons were done at 720 pixel resolution. So VO sample duration is 8 seconds, whereas video gen sample duration is 10 seconds, which is 2 seconds higher than the VO. And other models durations are roughly 5 seconds all around. So of course, they have shown the full video duration to the raters. And here are some of the more examples of the VO2 videos which are generated by the VO2, and you can see the particular prompts or text instructions to create these. So now, of course, what we see coming to the realistic nature and the camera movements, motions, and everything, VO2 has come so far, but still it has some limitations. It has limitations. So VO2, though it demonstrates incredible progress, creating a realistic, dynamic, and intricate videos and maintaining complete consistency throughout the complex scenes or those with the complex motion remains a challenge. So they'll basically keep on develop and refine the performance in these areas. However, I'm pretty happy that we have reached this far in a very less time, and we'll be going ahead with a full flow as we dive deeper into this particular technology. What do you say, Aleksandra?
Yes, let's do this. This is amazing. I mean, this is look like very natural and very professional. Yeah. So
Yep,
let's-
Rahul.
Yeah. So I am more concerned on the output part. So since I have some requirements to you guys, so let me
Oh, okay.
just
That's
have a look at. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's absolutely fine, Mr. Rahul. I was just showcasing the capability of VO or AI in helping you. It's not in replacing you. It is to help you. So basically, so it's all about enhancing your capability and productivity. I hope you would like it. So let's deep dive into your requirement. Are you up for it?
Yeah, I'm ready. So, so we have two potential concepts we discussed, right? First of all, uh, the first revolves around showcasing AI integration with the oil and gas industry, and the second is more natural focused piece. So there is two clear-cut requirements from my side to you guys. So let's start with the oil and gas concept, Chandra. From a technical standpoint, how do you think this VO can handle the complexities of oil rigs, ships, and subtle AI visualizations?
Yeah, actually, this is an awesome requirement. It's little complex, but when you not test any particular tool with the complex requirements, and that's where you will understand the power of that particular tool. So VO has shown a good understanding of how complex structures and movement. The key will be in the prompting. So we need to be very specific about the details. Example: the type of oil rig, the style of cargo ships, and how we want to visually represent the AI at work. So, so think subtle holographic overlays, data streams connecting elements, or even animated indicators of autonomous actions. So the more detail we provide in the prompt, the better the output will be. Alex.
Yes, from my side, I would say that I like the idea of subtitle holographic elements, and it keeps the realism interact while hinting the underlying technology. For the scene itself, I envision a vast ocean setting, The
Oh,
contrast between the massive industrial structures and the open water will be quite striking.
that's
Agreed,
brilliant.
Alex. It's it visually represents the scale and the global reach of industry. Now let's talk about the action. What should be happening in the video?
Yeah, that's very important because there are different levels of different elements when you make a video. So in that, the first element is action. Okay. So probably we could show the oil rig operating with a sense of automated precision. What do you say? So robotic arms moving efficiently, perhaps even a visual representation of data flowing between sensors and control systems.
Wow,
For the ships,
that's brilliant.
we can defect for the ships, we can depict them moving steadily, maybe with a subtle indication of AI optimizing their route.
Yes, definitely. To add visual interest, perhaps we have two different focus points. Start with the wide shot establishment, the overall scene. Then zoom on the specific actions and a robotic arm welding, a container being loaded into a ship.
I think Alex is going a little more crazy from the brand perspective. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
that sounds so cool that the idea of showing the overall picture at establishing a scene and then boiling down it to one specific process. That's good. So, what about the camera motion? How can we make it dynamic and engaging?
Yeah, that's now some question because the most important aspect of the camera, basically the visuals or the video, is the camera because that's what navigate the human's vision into particular thing. So if you keep the steady camera, obviously you will feel the artificial. You'll feel it very artificial and something which has been created. But if you have a solid camera movements, and that makes human more excited and then connected. And I'm glad that you brought that point, Mr. Rahul. So we could use drone shots to give a sense of scale. How would it be? Would it be fun stuff? So, especially for the oil rig and the vastness of the ocean, because it's very deep, and somewhere we can show the deepness and depth of the ocean from the top. So, tracking shots following the ships would add a sense of movement for close ups for the AI in action. So, steady, controlled movements would be best to highlight the technology. What do you say, Alex?
Yes, I'm totally agree with the drone shots for establishment the environment. For the close-ups, maybe we can incorporate subtle camera movements that mimic the flow of data or the precision of automated tasks. What do you think?
Well, that's a good point. So now let's consider the composition. How should we frame the shots?
Yeah. So basically, the most important aspect, as we have discussed, the two things were done. Now it's time for the composition. Okay. So for the wide shots, okay, let's start with the wide shots. We should aim for balanced compositions that showcase both the industrial elements and the natural environment. So that's for the wide shots. And for the close ups, should focus on the key areas of action, whether it's a specific piece of machinery or a visual representation of AI. What is your opinion on it, on this?
Yes, I think using leading lines with the ship moving across the water could create a sense of direction and progress. For the oil ring, perhaps framing it against the horizon to emphasize the imposing presence.
Okay, cool. So, what about the ambience then? What kind of mood and then feel are we going to use?
Yeah, absolutely. The most important one. So even if you go to the restaurant, or even if you go to the complex, or even if you go to the bookstore, or even if you go to the movie, what you expect is an ambience. And when you watch a video, obviously what you require is an ambience. And I'm glad that you brought this. So, given the subject matter, a clean, of course, modern because it's a technology related, a clean, modern feel would be appropriate. What do you say, Rahul? Is
Yeah,
you
I agree with your point. Yes,
yeah. Now
so setting
we
the ambience is important.
yeah. Then we can use the natural light of a slightly overcast day to maintain the realism. I think if you know, I think from Volvo we used to say if you add a bit of light in the background, that will give a human touch, a human feel. So that should always be there. So that's why we need
Yeah.
to add a natural light of a slightly overcast day to maintain the realism, but perhaps subtly and enhance the metallic sheen of the structures and the digital elements. Alex.
Yes, I'm totally agree. The color palette should be realistic, with the blues and grays of the sea and the sky dominating. We can introduce subtle headlights of blue or teal for the holographic elements to slightly technology.
Okay. That sounds fantastic. So, talking about the transitions, transitions are very important for a smooth flow. And what type of transition should we consider? There are different types like, fade away and then dissolve, then spin around. So, what type of transitions will be absolute fit for this scenario?
Yeah, so transition, when we have multiple scenes, when you have to move from one scene to other scene, the transition is the most important aspect. Even if you make a PPT of the presentation or anything where animations, and also we require a nice, brilliant, fantastic transitions. So here what we can do here is simple fades or subtle wipes would work well for a corporate field. Of course, that's what we heavily use it in corporate. We could also consider more dynamic transitions that visually connect the different aspects of the operation. For example, a transition that mimics a data stream moving from a rig to a ship, or rig to a oil rig to a offshore support vessel.
Yeah, I really like the idea of transitions that have a visual connection of subject matter. It adds a layer of storytelling.
Mhm. So, that's nice. We are sorting things out. Let's come to the elevation part. So, what about the elevation we are going to show? And should we consider different angles, maybe from the top or from the ground level? Is there any idea?
Let me think through, because this is the most important aspect from uh, KGF to the James Bond. What required is an elevation from Tripler, the the top-notch Hollywood movies. What required is an elevation. So, absolutely, the low-angled shots of the oil rig can emphasize its power and scale. So, and the next one is eye level shots will provide a more direct perspective on the automated tasks. So, we have already discussed high angle drone shots for establishing the scene. What do you say, Alex?
Yeah, I would say varying the elevation will definitely make the video more visually engaging.
Okay, this is great start for the oil and gas video. Now let's. I got a fair understanding of how the entire flow will look like, and thanks for both of you guys' input. And it was really brainstorming session. But now I think we should focus on the other part as well. So now let's move on to the second concept, which I required for my personal use case. So this is the symphony of forest at dawn. So, Alexandra, this was your idea. Can you elaborate on the core vision?
Yeah, sure. I just wanted to create something beautiful, evocative, showcasing and delicate beauty of nature awaking. The focus on the sensory experience, the soft light, the subtle movements, and the sounds.
Yeah, that's awesome because these expectations are quite expensive. Yeah, but luxurious, but we can do that. So from technical perspective, we all should be excellent at generating natural environments and subtle movements. So the challenge will be capturing the nuances of light and shadow and the delicate interactions between the elements across. So precise prompting is required at this moment. So that's where you will need multitask. So precise prompting regarding the type of rainforest and the specific time of day and the desired level of detail will be crucial.
Okay, what kind of action should we focus on?
Yep. Yeah, Alex. You can continue with the specific action. What kind of action that you want, Alex?
Yes, actually, the action should be gentle and subtle. Uh,
Awesome.
Death drops falling, a butterfly slowly opening the wings, the bird hopping its branch, and
Awesome.
the gradual shift of sunlight filtering through the leaves. It's about capturing those fleeting moments of awakening.
Yeah, we can prompt for specific animal movements and the way light interacts with different surfaces, the shimmer of dew, the dappled sunlight on the forest floor. So it's not difficult, but we can do that. Yeah.
Uh, so, I would like to add something interesting. So, what about an
So
intimate scene in this
that's cool.
forest? So,
That would be
what about
right.
the camera motion for this more intimate scenes?
Um, I envision slow, deliberate moments, gentle painting shots of across the forest floor, slow zooms into interactive details like a water droplet and the texture of leaf, tracking shores following the small creature as they move through the underground. Uh, Undergrowth could also be beautiful.
Oh, so macro shots will be key here to highlight the details. So we need to specify macro shot in the prompt to ensure VO focuses on the close-up perspectives. Yeah, I think that would be fine for this particular case.
And okay, that's great point. So, and how are we going to ensure that the composition is going good, and how will we
Yeah,
compose this?
that's very important point. Yeah, that's how will we make sure that composition. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just using shadow depth of fields to isolate the subject and
Hmm.
soft, dreamy background with the enhanced and visual appeal. Framing the sunlight as it filters through the leaves as a central element could be also be impactful.
Yeah, so probably I think while we used to make the PPDs and all, Rahul, so we used to make it that rule of thirds could work well here to create a visually balanced and aesthetically pleasing shots of the natural elements.
Exactly. So finally, whatnot, we have covered a lot. The ambience is also very much important when we talk about a video. So what feeling should the video evoke?
Yeah. So what is your expectation, Alex? Because what kind of feeling that you're expecting out of video? What kind of feel that you want to communicate through this particular video, Alex?
Yes, from my side, I would say that for me, I would like to see the peaceful, serene, and full of the quiet energy nature awaking. The
That's
color
cool.
palette should be dominated by soft greens and browns with the warm golden hues and the rising sun gratefully illuminating the scene.
Oh,
So we
then
should aim, yes, so we should aim for soft, almost inherent quality of light.
yeah. So probably we can specify soft, diffuse lighting, warm, golden, hard, and a misty atmosphere. So these kind of terms we need to use in the prompt to guide VO towards the specific ambience that Alex is expecting. Of course, that's cool.
Yeah, sounds good. And what about the transitions for this video?
Yeah.
Well, gentle fades should be most appropriate to maintain the peaceful mood. We could also consider natural transitions, like focusing on the dev drop and then fading the another scene with the similar lighting.
Yeah. So I think um, Rahul, so dissolves could also work well to create a smooth and seamless flow between different moments in the forest because we have used it earlier while do that brand video while we are making the brand video. What do you say?
Yeah. So since this particular plot is related to the scenarios and natural phenomenon, I
Mhm.
feel this all would be very peaceful to watch, and then it fits the moment.
Yeah, awesome.
And what about the elevation?
That's very important. Alex, what is your expectation? Do you want KGF? Do you want James Bond? Do you
Yeah,
want Avengers? Do you want Triple R?
yeah, well, a mix of all angel shores looking up at the canopy, eye level shots capturing the movements of creatures, and perhaps more slightly higher angels to showcase the expanse of the forest floor.
Um. Okay. Yeah, it's you're thinking so bigger than the Hollywood movies. So we can actually even consider a very slow ascending shot at the end of a at the end to give a sense of the sun fully rising and illuminating the forest. How would it be? Would it be fun?
Yeah, absolutely. That is fantastic thing to know. Actually, I have never heard of this level of detailed script explanation and then the video breakup of scenes and then elevations. So I feel like we have a much clearer understanding of how to approach these video generations with Google Veo. Chandra, your insights on prompting and technical possibilities are invaluable. It's really amazing to interact with you. And Aleksandra, your creative vision has given us strong direction for both the scenarios and
Yeah,
creating the
yeah.
both
So,
videos.
Rahul, before Alex comes into the picture, I would like to add one point. See, the point here is when we make an ad or video, so there are multiple departments are involved. Am I right?
Yeah,
You have the direction, screenplay, camera, and you have sets which is cinematography. So, but when it comes to making a video using an instruction, you're the only one, man. So you should think through all the elements of video making. So that's the reason we are just thinking through each and every element of it, and then we have to add it in a nice, brilliant, soft, smooth, you know, a compact instruction that should be given to the particular AI model, which can produce a brilliant video. Normally, 3 to 4 departments required to be done. Yeah, Alex.
Yes, it's super exciting to think about the visual stories we can create. And the key will be in translating these details discussions into precise and effective prompt for VO.
Yeah, so exactly, the more specific and descriptive we are with the prompts, covering all these aspects: subject, context, action, style, camera, motion, composition, and ambience, the closer the generated videos will be to our vision. So that's the reason we are discussing about all those things. This is for everyone, whoever is watching it. So we might need a few iterations, but with this level of planning, we are in a great position to succeed. So why do we require all this? It's not just to your get the video of your vision at one turn. No, not at all. You will be saving huge amount of energy, which again contribute to the sustainability of this world. Yeah, Rahul.
Agreed. So let's move on to the outlining the specific prompts now based on this discussion. Thank you both of you for your brilliant input. Let's get into the prompting part now. Okay,
Okay.
let's start with the oil and gas video. Chandra, based on our discussion, what would be a good starting point for this prompt?
See, coming to the oil and gas video, so specific to this, for the oil rig scene, something like um, uh, a vast, slightly overcast ocean with modern offshore oil rig in the background. So robotic arms are actively engaged in the maintenance tasks. So subtle blue holographic data streams flow around the machinery, indicating automated processes.
Mhm.
We should definitely include the camera motion and composition in the initial prompt. How about adding drone shoot establishing the scene, followed by tracking shot focusing on the robot arm welding medium shot?
Always brand teams' expectations are high to the sky. Yeah. So good point, Alex. Let's refine that. Um, a vast, slightly overcast ocean with a modern offshore oil rig in the background. Robotic, robotic arms are actively engaged in maintenance tasks. A subtle blue holographic data streams flow around the machinery, indicating the automated processes. So, the most important aspect, the cameraman, the camera motion, um, drone shot establishing the scene, transitioning to a smooth tracking shot focusing on robotic arm welding. So composition, a medium shot.
Perfect. And for the ships, what we do?
Um, so we we can create a separate prompt for the ships and then potentially edit them together. What is it? Something like a sleek, autonomous cargo ships. Probably we can use cargo ships carrying containers move steadily across vast, slightly overcast ocean. Subtle teal lines indicate optimized routes. So, camera motion, of course, the most important aspect. So, what kind of camera motion you would like to have? Would it be tracking shot? Tracking shot at eye level, following one of the ships. So, composition, coming to the composition, wide shot will be nice here, emphasizing the ship and then open water. Alex, are you
Yeah,
fine with it?
yes. We should also specify the style to guide video, like style, clean, modern, corporate video with subtitle, futuristic technology elements, and let's add that to both prompts.
Yeah, so excellent. So let's try to write this particular prompt live and let's create this video. Rahul will guide us. Rahul will let us know like in between what exactly he's expecting. He can just let us know what his expectation. I'll just keep typing it, and then we will try to generate a video right now. Fine? Are you excited to see your
Oh,
vision live?
very cool. Yeah, I would be really, really excited to watch what we have thought and how it will come to the,
Perfect.
you know,
Here it is. Are you able to see?
yes.
Yeah, perfect. So now let's get into the, yeah. So now, what do you want? What exactly you want?
So, uh, what I want is,
You can narrate
okay,
your instruction, whatever comes to your mind.
yeah. Since we are dealing much with oil rigs and then offshore and offshore plants and then deep sea, uh, like we can start
Yeah.
in this way. A vast,
Yes.
can you type it, Chandra?
Yep. Sure. Yeah.
Uh,
Vast.
Slightly overcast ocean
Yes.
with a modern offshore oil rig
Perfect. Yes.
in the background. So I
Oh,
want
brilliant.
these things in the
Brilliant.
background.
Ah, nice. Cool. Then,
So then let's say robotic arms are actively engaged in maintenance tasks.
oh, brilliant. Action.
Yeah. So I wanted to see some robots doing their
Yeah.
maintenance,
Yeah.
day-to-day maintenance
Yeah.
tasks.
So that's part of action. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Yeah.
And you know, we can have a subtle blue holographic data stream flow,
Okay.
maybe just to incorporate that we are using AI into the oil and gas industry. So I wanted to just bring that holographic data stream flow around the
So
machineries.
subtle holographic data stream flows.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep. Then,
And yeah, so around the machinery,
yes.
and
Yes.
so it should also indicate the automated processes.
Yes. Okay. Fine.
Fine. So now let's define the camera motion.
Brilliant. That's very important. Yeah. So let me
You
say
can just,
camera motion. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So, as you guys were suggesting that we need some drone shots as well
Yeah.
in this particular video,
Yes.
brand video. So,
Yeah.
we drone shot establishing the scene. So that would be the prompt. Establishing the scene,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
transitioning to a smooth,
Yeah.
transitioning to the smooth tracking shot.
Okay. To the okay. This is you're talking about the transition.
Yep. So this is the transition will
Yeah.
happen. Okay. So
Yes.
transitioning to a smooth tracking shot, focusing on a robotic arm welding.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Robotic arm welding. And
Perfect.
now we will give the composition. So
Okay.
you know
Brilliant.
how my expectations are. It's very high, and then
Yeah.
even
Yeah. Exactly.
the company I'm working in is a very big company, so we need a best of the best video. So
Yep.
let's go with the medium shot as in composition.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's medium shot. That's the prompt,
Yeah.
and you can have a full stop there and put style.
So you want to have a style now? Yes.
Yeah, style.
Yes. Yes.
Clean, modern,
Clean, modern, and what
corporate
else?
video.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Okay. That's a
with
professional corporate video. Yeah.
yeah, with subtle futuristic technology elements.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah.
There you go. That's it. So seems good. Let's hit the enter and then let's see how what magic it's going to create.
Yeah. So it's asking for 1 to 2 minutes, but can you quickly, you and Alex can summarize the entire thing? So how many elements you have considered and why did you consider these elements? Just a quick review.
Yeah. So as I asked, uh, my requirements are very clear. So I wanted to see some oil rigs in the introduction shots with a nice overcast of the ocean. So it's
Perfect.
basically you see some oil rigs in the deep blue ocean, and
Cool.
I wanted to show the process. So how it starts, like it starts with a ship moving in a sea, and then some
Here it
robots are
is.
operating.
Would you like to see it? Would you like to
Oh,
see
it's
this?
pretty much fast, man. Yeah,
Here it is. Let's watch it. I'm just downloading this
great.
and let's watch it. And here it is. Are you able to see this?
Yes, we are able to see.
Brilliant. So whatever things that you have considered,
Yeah, I
I
think
think
everything is there.
that's awesome, man. I'm amazed. Yeah, that's nice. That's cool. Can you see this now?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So this looks fine, but might be there will be some slight modification in the prompt required.
Yeah,
So
that's
where
fine.
would
That we
you?
can do it at any time. That's not an issue.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is about the one prompt, and similar to that, we can do a lot different prompts. But as we don't have enough time to experiment with multiple prompts, probably we need to take few questions as well as. So that's the reason. So before we take a questions, let's try to get into the. Do you want to say something before we take up some questions?
Um, so I'm pretty much amazed by the performance of Google VO. So so I have seen the actual
Yeah,
generation
perfect.
how it works, and the inputs I conveyed to you guys was literally converted into the visual outputs. It was very much refined
Yeah.
and then very much clean and neat videos. I couldn't even say any flaws in that video. It was very perfect and it was realistic. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, that's awesome, really. Yeah, 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 Alex.
Yes, it was amazing. I mean, it's all about the prompt, right? That we created the good prompt, and it's the result is going to be like this. So, but
Yep.
anyway, the VO2 is amazing tool, and yes, I mean it's going to be very useful nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. So we have some questions for us. So it's from the. I think the first question that we have is from Upendra. So the question is on. So which of the two concepts, industrial AI in oil and gas or the forest dawn, so that we want to discuss one more thing, is resonated more with you, so and why? So because there are two things that you have planned, so which one? So is it industrial AI, oil and gas?
So the question is to me, right?
Yep. Yes.
Um, so the oil and gas concept resonates more with me because it's fascinating to see how AI can optimize industrial processes. The contrast between the advanced technology and the raw natural world creates a powerful visual narrative.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, so there's one more question that's for me. I think I have to answer. So, have you experimented with Google VO or similar tools, and what was your experience with prompt specificity and scene generation? So that's what the question. Yes, I have used Google VO and then OpenAI Sora and the prompt and any of the tool. So the most important aspect is the prompt specificity. So the prompt specificity is always key. So the more detailed the prompt, the closer the AI gets to generating the right scene. So, however, I have found that sometimes it requires a few iterations to get the perfect visual match, but you always give a very specific prompt so that you can save energy as well as you can contribute to the sustainable world. So the next question is to Alex. This is around the creative and directional question. Alex, so what camera techniques or transitions do you think work best for visually representing artificial intelligence in a subtle but powerful way?
Yes, this is amazing question. So I would say that so the drone shots for wide views and tracking shots for focusing on the smaller details are
Yeah.
ideal, showing AI subtle impact. And transitions like
Yes.
what and resemble data flowing can also help maintain detect focused vibe without being too heavy handled.
Yep. Perfect. So there's one more question for Rahul. That's on. What are some challenges you have faced when trying to balance realism and technological visualization in video production? That's a cool question, man.
That's a really interesting question.
Yeah.
So,
And
one
questions coming
challenge.
in. So there's one more question. Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. Kirtana is also has some question. Can you please tell me more about Sora performance, please? But that's okay. We'll take it up later. Yeah, you continue.
Okay. So, so one challenge is ensuring that AI elements don't overpower the realism of settings.
Yeah.
The goal is to make AI feel like a natural part of the environment rather
Yes.
than an intrusive or artificial addition. So it should look like a natural piece of art, like how the natural videographies are, how the cinematography is
Yeah.
used in the videos. So that's what is the main challenge.
Okay. So then we have the one more question for Alex. So this is on. So when creating AI-driven visual stories, how much direction do you think should come from the creative team versus being left to the AI's interpretation?
Yes, well, the creative team should provide strong direction, as AI still requires clear guidance to understand the nuances of storytelling. However, AI can add its own interpretation of lighting, composition, and movement, which can lead to unexpected creative results.
Yeah, that's cool. So then there is one more question from Kirtana. So it's on. Can you please tell more about Sora performance on basically the OpenAI's Sora Turbo. So Sora is OpenAI's advanced text to video model, similar to the Gemini, similar to the what we have seen just before, which has garnered significant attention for its ability to generate high quality, realistic, and imaginative video content from text prompts. So when it comes to the positives or pros, it has a realism and fidelity similar to the VO2. And of course, it has a good amount of prompt understanding, and temporal consistency is one of the fantastic aspect of Sora Turbo. And of course, you can create variety of styles. Sora can generate videos in a wide range of styles from photorealistic to cartoonish and abstract. And coming to the resolution and duration, the current version of Sora available to ChatGPT Pro users can generate videos up to 1080 pixel resolution and 20 seconds in length. So that's a good aspect of the Sora. So ChatGPT Plus users can generate videos up to 720 pixel resolution and 10 seconds long. So for different type of users, they have a different configuration. So coming to the speed of generation, so the speed of video generation varies depending on the resolution and the complexity of the prompt. So lower resolution videos can be generated relatively quickly, making it suitable for rapid experimentation. So ChatGPT Pro users experience faster generation times. So these are some of the capabilities. Of course, it also comes up with the editing capabilities also. Now, coming to the limitations, the most important limitations is one is the physics and object performance. So if you see the physics, the physical nature and object permanence, so that's where we have a biggest issue. And of course, the 20 seconds is limited duration. That's common with all other tools. But when it is heavy traffic, the performance is very poor. And of course, from the responsible AI side, I see some amount of potential misuse, but that's my personal opinion. Okay. So and Rahul, there's one more question from Anirvaz Grandi. So what he asks is, would you consider using AI video generation for your brand's visual storytelling? If yes, why? If not, why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a great question, Anirvaj. I really appreciate for the question you've asked. So yes, I would definitely consider using AI video generation as a brand head. So it allows for quicker turnaround times and more dynamic content creation. Let's say we are creating some content for a specific use case in a brand. So I want to introduce some dynamic nature to the branding video. It should not be a same way of doing things again and again. So plus the potential to generate high quality visuals at a low cost is a big advantage, right? Who else will miss this opportunity in
Yeah, that's
today's
perfect,
competitive
man. That's
market?
cool. That's cool. Yeah. So, I think there are inflow of questions, but however, lack of time because we are already crossing the time. So I would like to thank you and the viewers who have attended this session. And so, closing remarks, Rahul. So, what do you say?
So yeah, it was very interesting session. We have just witnessed the power of Google's
Yeah,
VO2. Of course, there are
perfect.
other models as well, but this is hyper realistic video generation, and it has been improved a lot from 3 years
Perfect. Yeah.
back and to now. If you see, it's uh, it's getting improvised, and then we could actually feel that like the videos capabilities and the videos improvements. Yeah,
Yes.
so that's really good to know
That's
that.
cool. Thanks a lot for attending this session, and it's always pleasure being with you guys on this particular webinar. So, which we are talking about the video generation. So, using AI, of course. So, welcome to the new world of AI. Yeah, Alex, thanks a lot for being here with us.
Thank you.
So the possibilities that we have discussed today highlight that AI is no longer on the horizon. It's fundamentally interwoven into our world. So we are without a doubt living in the age of AI. So we should, I just thank everyone. So I thank Rahul, Alex, and the viewers for sharing your insights, and a big thank you to everyone who has participated and dropped few comments. And So we are excited to delve deeper into this topic and invite you to join us for our next webinar. So where we will explore even more applications of AI in visual storytelling. Till then, take care. Have a great time ahead. See you in another webinar.